Okay, hello again, this is Mr. Riedemann, and we're back to the Solidworks videos. We already did the how to start a part, and here's the YouTube link, and you guys all have access to that. Next we're going to do how to create a sketch and extrude that sketch. So this is under the assumption that we've already got the part started, and the file is open and everything like that. So I like to click on this Extrude Boss Base for the very first step. We also have, then what comes up is our front plane, we've got our top plane, and we've got a right plane. You can actually draw on any of these, but since right now we're just doing a simple 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch tube, I'm going to start with the front plane. Then it automatically rotates to that, and then it goes ahead and puts you into the sketch tab, and you've got these options. So since we're doing a cube, I'm going to click the rectangle tool, get it approximate, doesn't have to be right on with the size, because once we hit check mark here, what we're going to do is smart dimension this. So the good part here with Solidworks and any 3D program is that it is a parametric program. So, and by parametric I mean the lines are related. So these green symbols, we're going to get into these later in much more detail, but they actually tell you things about the part. So this line is parallel to this line is parallel to this line. So then when we go to dimension, we only have to dimension this line and this line, because if I try to dimension this line, as you can see it says, do you want to make this dimension driven or not? You want to hit cancel on that, because it's already fully defined. The sketch is fully defined, and that's what we want it to be. So I'm going to click off the smart dimension up here, and then I'm going to hit exit sketch, and it's going to take us already back to the isometric view. You can see here where our trimetric changed, and it goes ahead and gives me the boss extrude because we clicked on that earlier. Now I had said we want to make a 0.75 inch extrusion depth on this part, so you get to type that in here. We're going to keep this blind, and then we're going to hit the check mark. Now we've got our actual part, and once again, if you use your scroll wheel, click on it, you can see the part that we have. So that's pretty much the basics. Now next thing I'm going to do is show you guys another part that we're going to use in one of the next lessons, where we are going to mate the parts. So once again, I'm going to click this Extrude Boss Base, I'm going to go to front plane, but this time what I'm going to do is actually draw an L-shaped piece rather than just a cube. So I'm going to use a different tool up here, and I'm going to use the line tool, or insert line. So I'm going to start off at the horizon, I'm going to go across, and I know this is going to be about 1.5 inches, and then I'm going to go up probably 2.25 inches. Then I'm going to go back over. Now you see how that snaps? I don't necessarily want that to snap to that midpoint right now, because that possibly could over constrain us later, and I don't want that. And same thing here. It will make that line the midpoint of this line, which we don't want. So I'm going to go a little bit further. And now this, I do want it to have this line, because then what that's going to do is make that line always directly above the origin. So that is something I do want. So I'm going to hit check, I'm going to hit check again. Now we've got these constrained the way I want them, and then I'm going to go back in and smart dimension. So I'm going to make this 1.5 inches, and since we're in inches, it's going to automatically do that. I'm going to make this 2.25 here, 2.25, just type that in, and then I'm going to make this 0.75, because if you remember our wooden puzzle cubes, that's about the size they are. And now, once again, am I fully constrained? I am not yet. So you see down here it says underdefined. Once you have all your dimensions in there, it will tell you you are fully defined. So right now this is going to be, here's another little trick you can do, is you can put in 0.75 times, or asterisk 2. It will do the math for you, so that way you don't have to. And see, it says 1.5, and we are fully defined on our sketch, which is a good thing, because that means it's not going anywhere. It can't change. It's fully defined. It's not underdefined or overdefined. Then we're going to hit check to close out our sketch, and we've got our sketch plane right there, and then I'm going to hit exit sketch. should take us out to the Boss Extrude. And once again, this is going to be 0.75 inches deep. So we're going to do that, and then I hit check, and we've got our little L-shaped three-dimensional part. So make sure you save the parts, follow through with this, and then you can do the mate will be the next what we'll do for that. And then also I'm going to show you a few things of how to change something if you messed it up and things like that. So, but there you go.